Veterans Day. Thank you to all those veterans that have served around the world. For Canadians, for Americans, if you are a veteran, thank you for your service, no matter where you served. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get the live stream tweeted out up above. Let's see here, tweet. I hope you guys are having a good day. We have some bigger moves, and the banks are closed today in Canada and in the US with Veterans Day, so know that it is a holiday for them. All right, so let's get into the market. Let me just get my list up over here, actually right here. There we go, and shift this. Oh, look, there it was. Hold on 2 seconds while I load that. All right, I'm going to be pretty fast today because I am hungry. Hungry. All right, I did make a change at the SPY up here. I did make a change to my list. Now I've started adding on the Dow Jones, and look at that. That was the short of the day for the indexes. Definitely breaking down below 361. Nice dollar move to the downside right there. If you guys want to try my watch list out, come on over to CJ and Trade, use welcome, and save 10%. I wonder if I can make that. Well, anyways, no worries, I'll figure that out later. Bigger movers today, we did see on Tesla. I'm going to go right to it. So form for Tesla. So Elon did do a, oh, thank you, Sean. Elon did do a SEC Form 4 for his shares that he sold. Now here's the thing. He said that he wanted to sell 10% of his holdings. This is definitely less than 16 million. His ownership, let's go here to the filing, and it should show us how many shares he does own overall. So securities amount owned, beneficially owned, 169,000. So maybe, yeah, I guess maybe, 169 million. No, I was correct. 169 million, which would put it at 16 million, would be 10%. So overall number of shares sold, does it have it up at the top? It does not have overall shares sold. So we're definitely not seeing 16 million right at the moment. This could be a scenario where it could be like Zuckerberg with Metaverse now, where he's selling daily. So he's selling anywhere from 68,000 to 24,000. 15,000 down here is the smallest. 10,000 actually. So 10,000 to 68,000. Maybe they were selling it in smaller lots, so it didn't alert the dark pools, but we are definitely seeing that he is selling. If he does sell off 10%, we are going to see a bunch more Form 4s coming in the future, since he does own 169 million shares, and he did tweet out, I'm looking to sell off 10%. That is 16 million shares. So it might be better to wait to get in my opinion, till he is done disposing of his 16 million. There are 813 million in the public float. So let's do it really quickly. 16 divided by 813 is just about 2% of the overall float that could be added back in. So it's not going to overall change the number that much in the grand scheme of things to the float with Tesla, but we might see that it drops. If that's 2%, we've already seen more than a 2% drop based on that amount floating back in. So we'll see. Maybe it is going to move to the upside, maybe not. All right, Sean, we will definitely check on Peloton, Apple, and Snap. No problem. Let me just go through the indexes. So we do have the SPY coming down. We are just now hanging out around that 8 EMA. Looks like it's been tough support. If we do break down lower, I would look for a target of roughly 460.88. There was Evergrande. Evergrande was defaulted, they said yesterday, but again at the 11th hour they paid back the money. Now there is a German company that is a creditor. The way that their bonds are written is that if one of them defaults, they all default. So this creditor was writing up bankruptcy agreement paperwork. They have not been paid in full yet. for different bonds that they do own. So this could end up in a scenario where they file bankruptcy for Evergrande, in essence defaulting all of their bonds, which would then likely have a ripple effect around the world with China and then the European markets and then the US markets. So I'm not sure, I haven't done any investigating on that as of today. I was teaching today, talking about patterns in the training pit. So if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools, come on over to thedarkpools.com and the training pit. I am one of 5 different trainers that are there. So keeping a watch to see if we are going to fade more into the day. We do have this gap that could be filled. We tried to test that yesterday. We could see that it does fill further, comes back down to 461.50 on the SPY. On the Qs today, we have had bigger movement to the downside. In my personal opinion, I anticipate that we are going to see a bigger move to the downside here, likely back down to test that 15 EMA, which we did test yesterday. We're looking for a continuation move down now that we've bounced up to the moving averages on the daily chart. The Russell is moving up with some strength today, up above the moving averages. So right now the Russell is the strongest, and the weakest, that's going to be the Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones is continuing motion downwards, almost back down to that 15 EMA. It has not had that test yet. Obviously, Disney is part of the Dow Jones, so that's likely a bigger drawdown here. They only have 30 stocks in it. We'll check it out. Hey, how's it going? All right, VXX is down today. VIX is down $1. Let's just look at it on a bigger scheme. Hey, we bounced up. We hit the 200 EMA, sold off. We are hovering around that 4 EMA right now. So it's corresponding to the flip side of the SPY, right? This is actually looking to show that there's a bit more fear because it did not pull all the way down to that 8 EMA as we are seeing with the S&P 500 ETF at the moment with the SPY. All right, let's go on down to the list. Let's run through the list really quickly, and then we'll run through yours, Sean. So Sophie today, bigger moves. It did have a nice move to the upside, but it had a quick run up here. Talking about patterns, looks like a bit of a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So are we going to continue back down, break down below 23? We'll see if we're able to continue this move to the upside here above 24, but that was definitely strong resistance. LCID today, continued move to the upside. Why did that move? There we go. My computer's been a little wonky. I don't know about yours lately, but mine has just been wonky today. So we will check it out. All right, so LCID, nice move to the upside, continued move. We have a bit of a downward trend breakout right now. Are we going to see that it's going to continue and we surge to new highs? Look for the measured move from right down here. We have a nice 1, 2, 3, 4 is this wave. 5 for those Elliott wave theories. Your trade of Pfizer almost reached my 51 target. Nice, Salvatore. Happy to hear. All right, Tesla continued a little bit of red today, so keep that in mind. Did have that gap and continued move to the downside. Maybe Musk is selling again. Ford today did have bigger volume pre-market, came down. I haven't had my 425 EMA on in a while, but look at that. Look, it did hit the 8 EMA over here 2 days in a row, and we're stuck in between the moving averages. So are we going to break out to the upside, or is this the sell-off, blow-off top up here? We're going to have to see. Bigger volume yesterday, big downward day, quite bearish, but we did bounce off of that 1950 level. Are we going to hold that today? Keep it on watch. Palantir that did buy a whole bunch of gold. We have seen the gold has moved to the upside recently. It was up 40 cents earlier today, Rheingold itself. Yeah, I think there's some issues, Salvatore. So I'm going to be fast because I'm also hungry. So we will get through this all together. All right. If you guys do like the live stream, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. All right, so Palantir, big downward day, a bit of a downs. Are we going to retrace back up here? They did have positive, oops, I'm on the wrong screen. They did have positive earnings over here, but a bigger drop down. Maybe they are looking for negative in the future, a bit oversold on the daily. This is day 2, 3 afterwards. So maybe this is going to move to the upside here and fill the gaps. We did break down below a low, so watch for that 23.20 to act as resistance now. Disney, no bueno for Disney, right? Big drop down, came down to 158.50 area, 158.33. So a nice short once it broke down below 164, right? I had 164 for the earnings trade there, and it did break down lower than normal volume expected. We are seeing a bit of a rollover. Are we going to break back down below 161.80? If so, I'd look for a continued move down, 160, and then on down to test the lows. So this could be a bigger move. We might be setting up for wave 3 right here. ADP today as well had a bit of a continuation move to the downside, pulled back. Got to have these moving averages on there because look at how they perform. Tested it once, tested it twice. Those are great targets, all right? So ADP is topping out. Volume has been dropping as we are ascending. Had earnings, a bigger move up. What is this over here? Are we going down to 202.80? Keep your eyes on it. Marriott as well today, breaking down below that 160 level. This is looking like maybe a head and shoulders setup. So maybe this is our shoulder, this is our head. I would look at the neckline 152.50 as a target, and then a bounce up to 157.50, 158, and then continued move to the downside. We have FICO today, which I totally messed that up. It was supposed to be 382. How did I put 39.80? It's okay. 379.80. Oh, I forgot the 7 there. No worries. So it did move to the upside today. There was bigger volume and it gapped down. Big trade to the upside off of that. And Madison Square Garden. Now these two are lower float, so keep them on watch because they could definitely be runners if they move to the upside or downside quickly. Okay, let's check out Peloton. So Peloton did get beaten down with earnings before. So let's check this out. So looking at it, Peloton continuing to move to the downside. Volume is dropping. Maybe we are going to see that it is finding support, right? We have hit a resistance level, flip to be support on the bigger picture. So keep that in mind. This might be potentially an entry point, risking down to $45 right here. So $4 potentially to the downside, but look at how far it went up to the upside. Little reminder on Peloton, it does have 260 million in the float. So this looks like a bigger head and shoulders came down, potentially support and reversal. Would look for that test up to, if it makes 80, it usually has about an 80% chance to move to the upside. Oh, hey Yoli. Yes, you just found it. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's also look at Apple. So I didn't actually do Apple and Microsoft today on my list, but let's check it out. So Apple over here, I was using it as an example, inverted head and shoulders right there today in the trading pit. This over here, and let's get rid of this one. It did offer as resistance right there, so I'm going to keep that one. But let's do a new trend line right here. So we broke this trend right here, a little bit higher volume yesterday. Let's see if we, and watch, we are below the moving averages. If we turn on the cool little sheet, hey, we just got a short signal, right? How long did this short signal last? I love to test and see. On average, they don't tend to be that long. This was 17 trading days right here. 141.40. Yeah, 141.60. But if this moving average moves up, we could see that it, excuse me, not moving average, trend line. We could see that this goes to 142.50. It could follow this up depending on how quickly it drops. Or it come down to this one. This one doesn't look like it's very, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. There we go. All right. Yeah, no worries, Salvatore. I knew what you meant. All right. Let's also look at, what's the other one? Snap, I think. So we've got Sean here looking at Snap. I would look at it like this. This is what I'm seeing right off the bat. Is this little, could be consolidation or it could be disbursement. So keep that in mind. But I would look for above 56 or below 52. So $4 range right now, and I would use that target to the upside, that if it went $4, I would look for 60 test, which would, or actually I'd look over here at a 58. So $2 potentially if it breaks out from up there. All right, and let's see, AT&T, Andy wanted to check on. Let's look at AT&T, and we'll check out some cryptos as well. Cryptos are fairly green today. All right, so AT&T, nice downward trend here for a longer time. We are just testing that right here. So are we going to break out of this downward trend? Would use 24.50 as my risk from here if I were to get in, and so 50 cents to the downside for this to potentially come up. Would likely hit 27, and look at that resistance that you have right there, 27, and then over here at 27.80. You can see there was a resistance, excuse me, a support flipped to be resistance, and so I would look for this support to then become resistance after 26. So probably 25.09, 25.40, 25.50, 26, and then so on to the upside. All right, let's check out some cryptos as well. So cryptos are rocking it today. Let's readjust this. There we go. So Shiba Inu on the move again, breaking out, but we are testing the moving averages from below. Are we going to see that this is really going to hold this support level? We have a nice downward pennant or flag type scenario. Could we see the next move up? So this is leg 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we in for a move 5? So let's check this out from here to here. We'll go all the way up. So that's 0.00, 4 zeros and then a 6. So if we go from here, 4 zeros and a 6, maybe the next target could be 3 zeros and an 11 up there, or 3 zeros and a 12. So that's a nice move, right? That's 110% from where we are right now. Looking at it, measured move, using some Elliott wave theory on that. ALGO as well is moving to the upside today. I do like ALGO with their plan. I also like them holding them long term as a store of value, as it does pay you to hold it. Yes, Yoli, I do have some Shiba Inu. I also have XR Doge. I also have some baby Doge. I have Doge as well. Link is another one moving up nicely today. Pretty much the ones that have the green flags next to them, Yoli, are ones that I am holding. I don't know why I didn't put it on there. There. Now it's on there. Here. Annoying pop-ups. There we go. So looking to see, we're still riding those moving averages right here, bouncing between the 161, 200 EMA and potential move right there. XLM is to the upside today. I do like XLM. I think we could potentially see this hitting new highs very shortly. Kind of like a wonky double bottom or an ascending triangle over here. Let's look at it on a weekly chart. I think we'll probably be able to see it a bit better. Yeah, we do have a bit of an ascending triangle right there. So let's just pull the drawing tool out. So we have our resistance and we have our trend line. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe move up here. So down here, this is 21 cents to 39 cents. So add on 18 cents for our target. So 57, we put it right here at roughly that 50 cent fib retracement. So watching this as a first target up to 57 cents right there. All right. Let's look at XRP as well. Oh, Ethereum. I am not a trader of Ethereum and Bitcoin. Never have. So I know that there are people that absolutely love this, and there are some fans. Hey, I'm happy that it is rocking for you. I've done research on the other coins and prefer to hold these longer term and ride the waves with them. I'm looking more for that use, function, adoption, and explosion of these coins personally. So looking at XRP today, we did hit 132 yesterday, pulled back. We are testing this downward trend again. In my opinion, entering right here using very 6 cents potential stop would be amazing. We came over and we pretty much almost tested the high that we had right here, but we definitely tested this resistance. It sold off a little bit and potential move to the upside. We are seeing, let's look at it on a weekly, a bit of an inverted head and shoulders, right? Do you guys see the inverted head and shoulders here? A little bit of a shoulder, head, and shoulder. This would be our neckline, which we tested. Depth, after teaching the patterns today, 37 cents. So if we go 37 cents from here, potential target upward side of 167 right there. By the way, you have to check out Pit. It's getting ready for another breakout. Let's look at it. Is that a crypto as well, Yoli? I'll wait for your response because I know it takes a little bit of time. QS is on a rally. We'll check it out. I don't know Pit. Is it crypto, Yoli? I like CoinGecko too. Awesome, thank you. I've never heard of it. Pitbull? Is this it, Yoli? Nice. I like the ascending curve there, if that's it. Let's jump over to QS really quickly, and then I'm going to wrap it up for today. So QS, yeah, QS has a nice rounded bottom. Look at that. If you got in down 20, it just hit 50. 100% or 50% retracement. I don't know why my mind is thinking in 50. And you can see the, it's got the nice cycle to it. So we are just about midway in the cycle, right? So here we're coming up and testing a former support as a resistance. So next move after that, if we do break out $48, I would look for, and then 51, and then on up to 60 right there. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for participating with me today. Some great questions. Love the stocks and cryptos that you guys brought. So check out my channel, like and subscribe, share with your friends. Some extra help if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools, learn more about crypto, come on over to thedarkpools.com. Check out Crypto Opportunities for crypto and the Trading Pit to learn about trading around the dark pool. Thanks so much.